On this day, a historic council opened, reshaping the Catholic Church for the modern world. On October 11, 1962, the Second Vatican Council, universally known as Vatican Roman II, officially commenced in Rome. Pope John Roman XXIII convened this momentous ecumenical council, gathering over 500 bishops, cardinals, and religious superiors from nearly every corner of the globe to St. Peter's Basilica. This assembly represented a truly global church, with participants from Europe, the Americas, Africa, and Asia. The council's stated purpose was Aggiornamento, an Italian term meaning bringing up to date, signaling a desire for the Catholic Church to renew itself and adapt to the challenges and opportunities of the modern world. It was the 21st ecumenical council in the Church's history, and the first since the First Vatican Council concluded in 1870, which had largely focused on papal infallibility. The opening ceremony itself was a grand spectacle, attended by numerous heads of state and representatives of other Christian denominations, underscoring its global significance. Vatican Roman II was profoundly significant because it initiated a comprehensive reevaluation of the Catholic Church's identity, mission, and practices in the mid-20th century. For centuries, the Church had often adopted a defensive stance against modernity, particularly after the Enlightenment and the rise of secularism. Pope John Roman XXIII, however, envisioned a church that would engage with the world, not retreat from it. The Council aimed to foster internal renewal, promote Christian unity, ecumenism, and engage in dialogue with the contemporary world. It sought to make the Church's teachings and liturgy more accessible and understandable to the faithful, moving away from a more rigid, Latin-centric approach. This shift was crucial in an era of rapid social, political, and technological change, allowing the Church to address issues like human rights, social justice, and global peace with renewed vigor and relevance. Pope John Roman XXIII, despite his advanced age when elected, proved to be a remarkably progressive leader. He famously described his intention to open a window to let some fresh air into the Church, a simple yet powerful metaphor for the Council's aims. Tragically, he died in June 1963, after only the first session, but his successor, Pope Paul VI, committed to continuing and completing the Council's work. Another surprising aspect was the sheer scale and duration. Initially, many expected the Council to be relatively brief, perhaps concluding within a few months. Instead, it spanned 4 distinct sessions over 3 years, from 1962 to 1965, producing 16 foundational documents. Furthermore, for the first time in an ecumenical council, non-Catholic observers were formally invited and participated, including representatives from Orthodox, Anglican, and various Protestant churches. This unprecedented inclusion fostered a spirit of ecumenical dialogue and mutual understanding, marking a significant departure from historical divisions. The lasting impact of Vatican Roman II has been transformative, fundamentally reshaping the Catholic Church and its relationship with the world. One of the most visible changes was the reform of the liturgy, allowing Mass to be celebrated in vernacular languages rather than exclusively in Latin, making worship more participatory and comprehensible for the global faithful. The Council also emphasized the universal call to holiness and the active role of the laity in the Church's mission, moving beyond a clergy-centric model. Its documents, such as Lumen Gentium, Dogmatic Constitution on the Church, which described the Church as the people of God, and Gaudium et Spes, Pastoral Constitution on the Church in the Modern World, which addressed contemporary social issues, redefined the Church's self-understanding and its engagement with humanity. Vatican Roman II fostered a spirit of openness, dialogue, and a commitment to social justice, influencing not only Catholic theology and practice, but also interfaith relations and the Church's advocacy on global issues like peace and poverty. It remains a cornerstone of modern Catholicism, continuing to inspire debate and renewal within the Church and beyond. Subscribe to discover what happened today, every day.